TikTok.
Hey, this time, Chaos Coordinator.
I'm here with my mom. And we're going to get into some things. So, my mom has been pretty vocal about my dating life. And so, we decided to give folks an update.
Okay, so anyway, you were paying a matchmaker.
Mm-hmm.
And I told you that was really a waste of money because, you know, he can't begin to find you a match like I could.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, you know, he like I said, like I called it, prior to you even going live about this, he couldn't do it, which I knew he couldn't. So anyway, did you get your money back?
Stop it.
No, seriously, did you?
No, because I'm going to continue to let him get a chance at matchmaking me. I only paid half because I was like, I wanted to see. I'm glad I did that. I was going to pay everything up front. I was like, but let me see how it goes. And
it hasn't.
I'm glad. I think he's trying. I think, you know what? I don't know. I want to say all this. Camera.
Let me say this again. What? Go ahead.
Well, like, I think that, like, I think what's problematic, but, like, true. It's hard to match me with other black gay men because I don't think that black men treat other black people in relationships well. Let me explain. I think a lot of black women complain about how straight black men treat them in relationships versus how they treat other races. I think that, like, you know, black gay men also have a really hard time with each other because I think that same kind of mentality is pervasive. My personal belief is that the reason why black men treat people in relationships so badly, black women, black men, is because of the...
First off, that's not for every black man. Okay, that's not. It's just not the case.
The number of black women that I hear tell me that black men are terrible to them and they have to resort to dating other races is otherworldly.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
How old are these women?
My age and older. I'm telling you, when I was working at Goldman, I saw all the black women.
Well, that's Wall Street too, Dakota. Come on.
But it wasn't because they were looking for white men. My friends right now are earlier versions of those same women. And my friends right now can't find a black man to save their life. And I think a lot of it comes from the intimidation factor. I have a lot of theories. I think part of it comes from the intimidation factor because you're taught that you're supposed to take care of a household, gay, straight. Like if you're a young black man, you're kind of taught this concept that you're supposed to lead and take care of things. And I think if you have a partner or you find somebody, male, female, whoever, that is making more than you, hard for the ego. I think the number of stories that I hear about black women who earn more than their husbands sliding cards under the table to try and make them feel more like a man. The black male ego and it's been shaped by
that's not for every black man, though, Dakota. That's not true. I'm going to agree to disagree with you on that one because it's not true for every black man. I've never really had a problem dating black men. You know, probably the biggest problem is me, but it wasn't really too much them.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, no.
Do you think maybe that's impacted by the fact that you are a lighter complected woman and that maybe black men are nicer to light complected women than darker ones?
Are you really going there?
I'm serious.
No, are you really going there?
I swear I'm serious. Do you think that has something to do with it?
No.
Because the number of people I've heard say problematic things to me about how I don't look black or ask me questions about what else I have inside of me because they view me as exotic, as interesting.
They say you're what?
People, I'm telling you, people say like this concept of like you look exotic, you look interesting. What are you mixed with? People will gravitate towards you and start treating you better because of that, quick as ever. It is true. It is true. But all I'm saying is that I think your experience with black men might be shaped by the fact that, well, let me go further into what I'm saying about my theory about like why this is hard. I think that like black men are taught, what's over there acting crazy? He'll calm down. He just likes to play around with his thing before he lays down. I think black men are taught that like they have infinite options because everybody's like, don't settle down. You have your whole life ahead of you. Oh my God, don't settle down. The number I have a number, I'm going to try to keep this vague. I have some black male friends from prestigious law schools. And you know what they tell me about black women? And I had straight black male friends. They say, well, I'm the prize. Why do how many black men went to Harvard Law School? I'm the prize. So what do you mean? And I guarantee you their moms told them they are the prize. I guarantee you. Because that is when you're a successful black man, or not, but especially maybe if you're successful, the whole world, all your black family and black women in your family will perpetuate this notion that you have infinite options. And I think it rubs off in the dating pool. I do.
Well, first and foremost, let me say this to you. Whoever they are saying that they're the prize, shame on them. And not only shame on them, but shame on their parents, their mothers, for raising them to believe that.
You've never told me that I'm a prize and that I should be able to find anyone that I want in the world.
No, I never said that. No, I never said that.
What did you say?
What I said was that you're an awesome catch.
Thank you.
Okay? But I'm not saying you can date whoever you want in this world. No. That's not even realistic.
I think that's fair. I guess what I'm saying is, like, I think what happens a lot of times is that when you are the exceptional black person or the exceptional person in your family, black men specifically, I think black women are still taught traditionally, like women, in a lot of these households, you should get married, you should do this. But when you're a man and you grow up, nobody's preaching to you. In my experience, in my black experience, you just need to hurry up and get married. And I think in some other cultures, people push that concept a lot more. And I think in some other cultures, marriage is not viewed as a love thing, but it's viewed as a socioeconomic thing. And so you're pushed to go to college and find a person to marry. I don't think black people, in my experience, love us for real, are always going to these spaces thinking about the world that way. And I certainly don't think black men are. But I think that a lot of other races that think about the socioeconomic is not just pushed on the women. It's not just that, some people say, oh, people go to school for their MRS. It's not just the woman. A lot of people go to their school for their MR. And they end up married fast.
Some people have that mindset.
I wish I did.
What?
That's the smartest mindset to have. What? I could have saved so much money and time. Woo.
What are you saying?
I wish that I could have rated somebody who had that similar mindset and we would have left school married in 2 years. The amount of rent I would have saved living in New York, the charge that it does give if two people are committed to a relationship early on, and it can help you reinforce each other's drive in your career.
You've been in committed relationships.
Yeah, not with the right people.
Yeah, absolutely. And so it's not about, the black man this or the black man that. I think it's about finding your soulmate.
I think there's something messed up in our community specifically.
Like what?
Exactly what I just said. I think that black men, on average, treat black women mediocre at best.
I have, the people, the people that I know, the African American women that I know, that are married to African American men, they're not treated mediocre. No.
What do you think happened generation to generation? Because in my generation of people, what's happening?
Well, your generation,
I see all the babies coming. I don't see a lot of marriages happening. So what's going on?
Well, I think it's the way that they're being raised.
I think black men are the problem. Straight ones and gay ones.
That would include you too.
Yeah, I know.
Because you're gay.
I sure am.
Gay man. Okay.
And that's why I recognize, I can see how it happens so clearly. So clearly.
Well, I don't have that problem.
Why aren't you married?
Because I choose not to be. No, don't even look at me like that. Don't give me no side eye, because I can go upstairs and pull out engagement rings all day, every day. Pick a day.
I think your light-skin privilege might be coming through more than you think, Shell. But we can let the comments tell us that.
Okay, whatever. But again, like I said, it's because I choose not to be. And it's because I choose not to be. It's just that simple. I haven't met him yet. And I'll tell the world that. I just haven't met him yet. Now that you're grown and you're moving on with your life, do I really want to get married? I don't know. I don't really know. I'm quite, I'm older now, and because I'm older, I'm kind of set in my ways. And I'm not willing to do too much budging in how I think and feel, especially when it comes to appeasing someone who I'm not sure I really want to be with. Now, if I meet him, things will change.
Anyway, child, let's get back into the original topic at hand that we had here, which was about...
Let's do it.
Which was about my dating.
Like I said, you never needed a matchmaker because they're not going to be able to match you with anyone.
That's not true.
No, Dakota, it is true. It is true. So, anywho, now let's keep it 100 now. Let's be 100 about this.
Mm-hmm, let's be 100.
Okay, so how long have you been with your matchmaker?
I've been with him for like, has it been 6 months? Since we started April 1st. April, May, June. So 3 months.
And how long does he normally take to match?
He said everybody's case is different.
And so what is his norm?
Sorry, that took me out. Most of the time, he says it take about 30 to 45 days for like 5 matches.
And how many matches have he given you so far?
Well,
0.
No, he did.
Who, Dakota?
They just don't count. I think one of the people that he matched me with ended up having a very public internet record of a lot of bad things. Mm-hmm.
So we know he don't vet good. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Well, then the second person, then he gave me 3 people. One of those people, he was kind of emotionally unstable. I'll say it like that.
Did you ever talk with him?
A lot. Had a lot of things happen in their life, and it was kind of intense. And they were kind of, I was trying to be supportive, and
oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That didn't work.
No, that didn't work. Mm-hmm. Then there were 2 others. One, I feel like thought that he was the prize, which I'm fine to do some digging and to like do a little bit of chasing. People like a little bit of chasing. But when he had to start sending me with people long distance because it was like he was having a hard time matching with people in Atlanta. So then I'm meeting with these people. So he got me set up with this guy who's in Houston or whatever. Maybe it was Dallas. But I was talking to him a bit, and then I was like, okay, well, he was encouraging me like to get to FaceTime my matchmaker. So like, or do like a date or something, plan a date virtually. So I was like, okay, let's plan a virtual date. So I said, hey, let's do it. And then he didn't respond for a day. Then he was like, oh, I'm so sorry, I was like delayed. I was like, yeah, no problem. Like, tell me sometimes that work, nothing. Okay. Then the last guy he matched me with, we actually like had done FaceTime a time or 2. He was seemed like a pretty cool guy to me. And it was kind of vibing pretty well. And then I was like, yeah, so like, let's do like a virtual date or whatever. He was like, oh, that sounds great. Then I was like, okay, so let me like, tell me what your likes and dislikes are so I can pick a date that's a good virtual date. Mm-hmm. And he just liked the message. So I'm like, okay, this conversion is worse than Tinder and Hinge. I was like, you haven't even met me yet. So what's the problem?
Well, you just met someone on, was it Tinder?
I sure did.
Okay, and so let's talk about that date.
Mm-hmm. That day was good.
Okay.
That day was good because I think that he was a very, so he's an attorney, and I think he's like very used to multi-dimensional thinking.
Which is what it takes to deal with this one.
I think that he like understood, so like, sometimes people think I'm kind of weird when I go on dates with them. A little weird because if somebody asks me a question like, how do you feel? Like, what are your things that you're looking most forward to doing in the future? I really try to take that question literally and try to think about what that looks like. So I'm like, what do I want out of a relationship? Well, and instead of saying like something where I think people are used to hearing like, I want someone I can be with for the rest of my life. I want someone that I can grow old with. I'm like, well, I'm a person who, I'll say like a couple points here. You know, the first thing is like, I really, really believe in like, my love language is acts of service. So I like people who make my life easier. So things I might look for in a partner are people who see me struggling with X, Y, Z, and I might be specific, like work, this thing, that thing, and do these specific things to help remedy that. Then I go into the next thing. It's a person who can be like vulnerable. I know for a lot of people. So I go down this list because I try to be very specific about stuff. And I think people sometimes look at me like I'm a little bit crazy when I do that. But I think that's actually the right thing to do. Mm-hmm. And just like in certain other situations, I think sometimes the awkwardness comes out. Like we were playing, he took me to like a video game studio thing, which I thought was kind of like interesting and kind of like.
Okay, was that on Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what happened was you all went out on Friday.
We went on Friday first. Yeah, we went on Friday first.
You went out on Friday, and you met his coworkers. And you all went.
that was I was not even anyway, I wasn't expecting that.
And so you all went and did, several, you all ate, you all went to bars, you did this, you did
yeah,
that.
it was fun. It was nice.
Okay, so anyway, he called you on Saturday. Or he texted you and said that he was just kind of laying around getting himself together because, really he had too much to drink. And so had you, I'm sure.
Well, we always had planned to do Friday. We're going to do a car show again for his job.
When?
Sunday. We're always going to do Sunday.
Okay, so anyway, did you all actually do the car show?
No, he had some stuff going on with his family, so he did that. And then he said, just meet me at this location.
Okay, so anyway, he asked you to meet him at a location. He was just going to send you the address. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, are you going to go? And he was...
You and my friend were like, what? That's so weird.
Yeah, I'm like, are you really going to go? They send you grant you, I can find you on the map. I can track you down. I've tracked you down in Boston, okay? I can track you down. Mm-hmm. So anyway, I was like, are you really asking what to come? Let me go with you, just to be safe. No, Mom, I'm going to go. I'm like, okay, Dakota. So anyway, I know I'm going to watch your every move. So anyway, he sends you the address. Were you aware of where you were going prior to getting there?
So I am like weird. I like go. You just laugh at me when I say something like this. I am a little bit weird, a little quirky. So I researched everything. So when he sent me this address, I looked at the whole plaza and I zoomed in to see what everything was, and I weighted the probability of which one it was. I was right. But I was kind of like, why would he take me to a place to do video games? I'm not a video game. I don't do the video games. Like, it's not my thing.
So you say.
I don't do it. I did when I was younger. I did like WWE, but I don't do like video games.
No, but you had a great time, didn't you?
Yeah, but then I went and it was so much fun. So I sat down and he was like, Mario Kart, like what? And I was like, what? I also didn't, like in my childhood, I was like, my mom was very like, it was kind of more adult oriented in terms of the shows. So I was watching like normal shows, not like a bunch of cartoons and stuff like that. And so for me, like, I did have video games. My mom got me all my latest video games when I was younger, and I was very into wrestling. I like to do the season mode of all the games where you basically don't really do actual playing. You just architect the career of that person. So I do the wrestling, and I would do like architect the career, but never do the matches. Or I would get Madden, but I would just do like I was managing the franchise. I would never actually play the games. So I don't really, these games that some people know, like Mario Kart and stuff, I don't really know those games because I never really drove around in something or did games like that. I always would do simulation modes for the seasons. So he was like, so let's play Mario Kart, and I didn't even know the characters or anything. But he was so patient with me. I didn't even know, I didn't know anything about it. He was like, oh, what about this? Then he was like, what about Super Smash Bros? I was like, what is that? I don't know what Super Smash Bros is. And he was like, what is the main character? And he was like, I was like, what? He was like, tell me which character on Super Smash Bros. You think I'm most like? I'm like, I don't know any of those characters. So I was trying to think. I was like, he was like, you just saw them on the intro. But I don't know any of those people. I just saw the intro. I don't know the Marvel movies. I don't know Star Wars. I don't know
none of that.
All of those things. I don't know any of
none
them.
of that. Mm-hmm.
But it was really nice, and he was so thoughtful to like do that, and I had a good time, and I liked that he like made me feel comfortable. I didn't really know what I was doing. I started beating him though at the end. It was really good. I started like really going in
because I learned because you're very competitive.
Yes. I was competitive. So I started beating him by the end. But I was like, I don't know how to really play this, but it was fun. It was very fun.
I thought that was different, and because it was so different and out of the box, I like that.
Honestly, me too. I told him this was so thoughtful, and I just was smiling ear to ear. And he was like, I'm so happy that you're happy. And it just made me so happy. It was cute.
So how long were you all at the arcade?
7 hours.
Now, neither one of them had nothing to do, okay?
Well, yeah, that's true. Well, he had a lot of work to do. And so did I. But it was just fun to hang out together. We did that arcade.
Did you all go eat?
We ate there. Yeah, actually, I'm going to take you to this thing. But yeah, I'm going to take you there because it's actually really fun. It's sort of like Pizza Cafe. Like, this is like small town thing we go to called Pizza Cafe. And it's like, they all have the same look where you go inside and they have the like kind of ruggedy bar thing. It's please, seat yourself. It was fun. But, and then we played board games afterwards. We played so many different board games. I had to buy some board games for the house. It was so fun.
No, you already have too many we don't play. Seriously.
Well, it was like the board games were so like cruddy because it's like so old. I was like, ew, I don't like germy. I don't like it.
Did you have your hand sanitizer?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was good. We ate some food, he really was letting the drinks come, and I was like, "Ooh," he was like, "You want another drink? You want another drink?" I was like, "Yeah,
And
sure."
he paid for this date?
He did.
That's unusual for you. You're usually used to footing the bill for all dates.
Don't do me like that.
No. Now you foot the bill. But on Saturday, I had to foot the bill.
On Saturday, you put the bill for what?
For you and I.
Oh, just because I need to send you the cash. Just because you pulled out your card.
No,
because I lost my card. I lost my wallet. So my mom has it, but we have one joint account. So I just send money to that account for my mom to transfer to her account.
I get hip because let me ask you a quick question. Sidebar.
Yeah, let's do it.
How often do you lose your cards?
Twice a month, once a month.
No,
I lose them all
every
time.
week, Dakota. Every week. Mom, I need your card. Why do you need my card, Dakota? Because I lost mine. I know those people are saying, I know JP Morgan, I know they're all saying to themselves, we are sick of you. Dakota, they're going to start charging you for that.
No, they won't.
They need to. I don't care if we have an account with them, if they're our bankers or not. I don't care. Because they're going to start charging you. Every week he loses his card. So you know what? I try to hide mine. Mom, I need your card. I need your card.
Yeah, I lose it all the time. But
all the time.
It was nice. He was great.
So what did you think about him?
I think that there is still more to gather about him.
Okay, that's fair.
But I have very strong initial impressions. I've been drinking something with like a blue packet. What we basically do is like, so let me give you the sidebar about these things. I have this signature drink that I make, which is vodka, Sprite Zero, and then I mix a like Hawaiian Punch packet inside of it. So usually it's a red Hawaiian Punch packet, but today it is a blue one. So hence the blue.
Yeah, his teeth are a little blue too.
Are they?
But that's probably from not brushing.
Girl, leave me alone. I do brush. What do you do? Smile. Come on, let's see.
No, I'm not doing
Let's go smile for smile.
No, because get up in the camera real good so they can see it. Yeah, hints of blue.
Gorgeous.
I don't have hints of blue because I brush.
We do anyway.
Okay, so anyway, so when are you planning to see him again?
So I'm gonna plan the next date.
So what are you thinking about doing?
Hiking.
Really?
Yeah.
Hiking where, Dakota?
A mountain.
Which mountain?
I don't know.
Dakota, don't hike. Please don't.
Why?
Hike.
I like hiking.
Dakota, tell us.
After my terrible experience with Frankie.
Where were you guys at in Chile?
Patagonia, Chile.
And when you came off that mountain, well, the kids were stopping and telling you it's going to be all right, don't cry, didn't they?
I was about to fall, and there were no rails. My life was flashing before me.
And so why would he try?
Well, because there's I can do simple mountains. It's not like crazy. That was a really intense trail. You know, that's a trail that some people spend a week on. Not that one that we did, but like around that area to get to the same place. It's like literally a story trail that's really hard that people have died on. Seriously, died.
And why would you go?
I didn't realize. I just was there like, let's go hiking. Oh, I don't want to, Frankie. I don't feel like going hiking. Let's go, babe. Let's go, babe. It's 7:00. I'm going to be mad if you don't go, babe. Okay, so I first of all, I put on this huge jacket, unnecessary, and all this stuff. It started raining during the thing. We were going like super steep. I'm talking like literally no joke like this. It was like you have to like literally lean up. It was so steep. It was horrible. It was horrible. And then he was such a bad planner. He didn't even make sure we had room service afterwards. And we didn't get back in time for food. So he literally and he's so bad at fighting with people. So he tried to fight with the front desk to get us something. They gave us a continental I wasn't on Manjaro then, so I was pissed. Clock it. I was mad. We were drinking though. We definitely were drinking beers along the way. I had to have something. It was horrible. Horrible.
He called.
They were gonna send the search rescue mission out for us, literally, because of how. That's what you get.
Wait a minute, what happened?
Yeah, because we got. It got to be so late.
Okay, so normally the trail that you are on, how long does it normally take to hike it?
Normally, let's see. So, like, his sister is very athletic. But, like, most people who do this are, to be clear, right? Not me. So, his sister, let's say we started at, like, 7 or 8. She was done by 3, 4. And we were done at 9, 10. It was 22 miles. It was a lot.
Were you to the last ones on the trail?
There were a couple people behind us.
There were.
But it was really scary because it was getting darker and darker. There was nobody left. They had shut down. Like, it's a huge national park that's like 100 miles away from civilization. Like something crazy away from civilization. I had to go on like a 3-hour taxi ride from the airport to get to the middle of nowhere to go into this park. And there's no cell service. And there are animals.
What kind of animals?
Jaguars.
Oh, really?
like serious animals.
Did you see any on your trip?
Actually, we did.
What
and late at night, around the time that on the way back from when they picked us up.
Who in the right mind?
It was a mess.
Hikes and have never hiked before.
I didn't realize I was going on something that was going to be that long. It was crazy.
Weren't the kids stopping and telling you that you could do it?
Yes. Oh, to be young.
And older people were telling you could do it and don't cry.
I was really mad at him. I was literally like,
mad at who?
Franco.
Why?
I was pissed. I'm going to be honest with you. I was mad at him because I was like, he was just like laughing at me. I was freaking out, like legitimate hyperventilation. Imagine like you look down. I'm gonna have to show you all some pictures. Like imagine looking down to like you're at 40 feet in the air, 40 stories in a huge like a tower, and you look down and there's no rail.
Okay.
And all you see is like rocks.
Were your feet slipping and sliding?
Yes, because there were rocks everywhere. It was not stable grounds. I was scared as hell. I was scared.
You were?
Yes, and there were periods where there's rocks everywhere, and like if you step on the wrong thing, you'll start slipping and sliding. It was really scary. I'm not joking. It was bad.
I don't think that anyone could have convinced me that I should do that.
I didn't know what I was going up against. When you first start off, it's so unassuming. You're walking and it's kind of just like simple. You walk through some vineyard or stuff. Oh, okay, this is cool. Then you kind of start getting on some mountains. It's like, whoa, okay, whoa, this is kind of invoking my workout. Then when you're already an hour in,
there's nowhere to turn around.
Imagine when I was at that one part, I was like, fuck it, Franco, I'm not doing no more. I was like, if you're my boyfriend and you love me, we're not doing this anymore. We're turning around right now. I'm not doing this with you. Let's go.
What did he do?
He started laughing at me.
He
didn't keep going. He was laughing. He was like, come on, babe.
You said, okay.
No, I said, fuck you. No, I'm not going.
But you did.
Because literally I was so petrified to turn around because I had already done so much to get up there. It was like turning around. Going down was just as scary as going up.
That's what I know.
Because you can slip just as easy. And I'm telling you, look, imagine. I'm not joking with you. At least maybe 40 is a stretch, but at least like 25 floors up there. Imagine getting 25 floors up in an elevator, looking over. And that is literally, there's nothing between you and that and all these rocks that you can slip on.
There's no way on the face of the you or anybody else could have it
was terrible.
To hike that mountain. No, Patagonia, never.
I'm going to add some footage of it at the end of this so people can see it. I'm telling you.
So let me ask you this here. So you want to take your friend hiking? Why don't you think of something else to do?
I want to take him hiking because these are like simpler trails and it is fun to push your physical limits. Like I generally
do rock climbing on the wall.
I'm too fat for that right now. Like I won't do a good job. I'm too fat right now. I haven't like focused on the upper body. I'm too fat right now. Now hiking, I can always do that because my cardio always is good. But right now my strength training has been like trash.
Okay, so let's think of some other things. Okay, so you're thinking hiking up a mountain. First off, does he like to hike?
It's spontaneous. He didn't know if I liked the video game.
Okay, so is he physically fit to do hiking?
He's thinner than me.
Okay.
He can hike.
Have you maybe thought about doing a meal together, prepping and cooking a meal together, going into a place and doing a meal together?
Feels basic.
Okay. What about go-karts?
Now, I can see the Ferrari experience thing here, or Porsche experience. I think Porsche, that can be fun.
Yes, I believe so.
Also, if I can get like a Firm Bank After Dark ticket, that could be fun because we haven't.
A Firm Bank. But have you all thought about the aquarium?
He's done the aquarium After Dark. I have not. I want to go still. Have you done that?
Oh, the aquarium is phenomenal.
After Dark? No. I've done a regular aquarium, but I haven't done After Dark.
No, well, I'll be doing the After Dark when we do our international conference in June 2025.
Oh, it's fun. Okay, cool.
And so, but it's just amazing to me. It really is. What about the Lego?
3-5? I don't know. Lego. Maybe we could do a day trip together. Maybe I could say, hey, let's do a day trip to like Blue Ridge or something.
Blue Ridge?
No, that doesn't sound like too much.
What about golfing? Does he like to golf?
Maybe he likes to golf. I suck at golfing, but we can do it. It's fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
It's fun.
It is. It's fun.
Golf, tennis. Other thing I can do is just be like, hey, come to the clubhouse. Let's just play some games.
No, bring him to the house so I can meet him. I'd love to meet him.
You're the chaos coordinator. Get out of here.
He wants to meet me. I know he does. Everybody wants to meet me in person.
Anyway.
Okay, so.
We can do pottery class. Stop looking. Or like some cool like language class. Well, he likes omakase too. He was like, he'll go with me omakase. I can never get people to do omakase with me. Because I would take you, but you don't like it enough, or you don't like the raw fish. So taking you to like something that's like $250, $300 per person is like stupid if you don't like the fish. Because every piece of it is like, you can't, But he likes it, so we could do omakase.
But what else would you do? That's all, everything is based around food. And I don't...
Calling me fat? I get what you... Oh, you know what I thought about doing? Taking him to the recording studio and we do some rapping. My friend Stacia did that with me one time and it was lit. I think that could be really fun.
That would be fun. Now I can see that.
Do a studio session, lay down some tracks. Why are you laughing?
Excuse me. I'm still a little under the weather. I think that would be fun. Laying down some tracks. Oh, you know what you all can do?
What?
Why don't you come to my moving day?
When's that?
It is in October.
That's a long time from now.
Not well, kind of, sort of, but not. But that's something you all can plan to do.
That'd be fun.
And
she has longevity for him. I think he's nice. I think there's longevity in it.
I think so too, because I can appreciate the fact that he says, "I'm gonna send you an address," and then for you to go and for you to have so much fun.
It was fun.
It spoke volumes to me.
Yeah.
He's testing the ground, seeing what you like, what you don't like.
He was saying it too. He's like, I'm seeing your comedy when I send him TikToks that I like and stuff. He's like, I see what you like to do. Yeah. I love that.
Yes. Now, are you being just as observant with him?
Mm-hmm.
What have you noticed that he likes? Cut.
No, I'm gonna tell the truth. People can see it. I think what I've noticed that he likes the video games. He's definitely into those. He likes hookah.
What about Topgolf?
Okay, I could do that too. What else does he like? I'm trying to think. What else does he like? I think he's an attorney. I think he does a really good job of like probing me to say more. Mm-hmm. And I think that I also just naturally do a lot of like sending TikToks and stuff like that would just like lead somebody to understand more about what I like. I'm very expressive.
Is he?
Less. So I think, and we've only been talking to each other for like a week and a half. So there's a lot more actually, for me to learn about him. Mm-hmm. I know things about him that matter other than what he likes though. Like things like how his family dynamics, how he, certain things that go along with that. I know everything about his job. I learned every detail about how you intake somebody into a law firm and injury attorneys and what the whole I could tell you everything about that whole process. I learned everything about that.
Okay, so
that was my way of showing that I care about what he's doing too. It's just different.
So does he know what you do for a living?
Yeah, at the high level.
Oh, at the high level?
Yeah.
Okay, and what does he think about it?
He thinks it's interesting. I think he's like a little bit AI averse. Some people are AI averse because AI just comes from people's jobs, whatever. But I think that the same care that he shows for like my personal things, I've tried to show this. He talks a lot more about work than I do. So I like try to show the same interest from like that perspective. So I've like probed a lot into like, well, tell me more about like what actually happens. Who's on your team? Oh, you have to fire this person today. Well, tell me why. The people I met yesterday, talk to me more about who they are, like what role they serve, and you know what I mean, like stuff like that. Like, what is the intake actually like? What do you do when nobody's by the phone? What do you do here? You know, I like engage a lot in like those parts of his life.
Okay, that sounds good. So have you all talked about reasons for firing people?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see any alignment in you all and why you would fire a person?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. You think so? What does he feel? How does he feel about getting married? Have you all just not that you have to talk about that initially always, but what is his thoughts?
He definitely wants to get married.
What about kids?
He definitely wants to have kids.
Okay.
Yep.
Where does he want to live?
We never really talked about that part, but it seems like he likes to be in Atlanta. He has a house here, so yeah. Mm-hmm. But I don't think. Well, yeah. Anyway. So yeah.
Okay.
So more about him to come for the
definitely,
folks. This is part one of that.
Yes, definitely part one of the butter.
What's the butter? His name is like similar to a butter, so it's kind of funny.
I'm calling butter.
Butter.
That's butter.
Well,
I'm looking forward to meeting him after you all have gone out a couple more times.
Agreed.
You know, I'm so happy that you've gotten out of the stage of, you're out at the club. The next thing I know, here y'all come at 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning.
That has only happened a couple of times ever. Once.
No, it wasn't once.
When
because it has happened numerous times.
Tell me.
No, you tell me.
Give me an example.
Okay.
There's only one guy, Andre.
No.
Who else?
Lee and his friend.
Mom, that's a friend that you've known forever.
No, not Lee. I'm talking about his friend.
Lee's friend came with Lee. It's
Lee's friend ended up in my bedroom. And I'm all the way upstairs and y'all was downstairs in the pool.
Lee's friend is a Lee's anomaly. This is not somebody I brought home from a club. This is Lee's long-term best friend. Anyway,
I'm not going to go there.
More to come on that.
Yeah, there's a lot more to come on that because that was a mess.
It was.
Why am I looking at you in my bedroom and I don't even know who the hell you are?
That was Lee.
Okay. I put them all out my house. I said, everybody get out.
Yeah, I agreed.
Get out. I don't care how you get out, but you leaving here.
Oh, my God. Well, anyway.
Yeah. Chaos coordinator handled that. Sure did.
We'll see you on the flip side.